Hi everyone, I'm Laura and I'm going to talk about reporting verbs and how they can be used. But first I have to explain what are reporting verbs. They are a group of verbs that are used, as his name said, for report what someone said. These verbs are used with both direct and reported speech, but they are more common with reported speech. When we decide what reporting verb we think about the function or the purpose of the speaker's words. Well, we have these verbs: say, tell, think, and ask. Please take notes about it. They are the most common reporting verbs, but we often use others to report what people said. Well, when we talk about reporting verbs, we have to have in mind that they have several patterns that I'm going to explain you. The first is verb plus base form or infinitive. For example, she promised to investigate the story. Well, we have the first verb conjugated with the subject here, but in past, and the second verb is in the base form. The second pattern is verb plus someone plus base form or infinitive. For example, he asked the photographer to send the files. In this case, you can see someone is someone specific, the photographer and McCurry. Yeah? You can see the first verb here, asked, conjugated in past, and the last verb in base form. Number 3, we have verb plus ing. In the example is, he admits thinking at the time that the picture will be nothing special. You can see here the first verb, normally conjugated with the subject, and the last verb is with ing. But in this case, the first verb is not in past, but the context of the sentence gives us information about the action, and that was in the past. How you can see this expression at the time, that was an action in the past. Okay, number 4, we have verb plus preposition plus ing. And the example is, she does not complain about having a hard life. In these cases, the preposition is about, and about here too. The first verb is complain, and the other verb is with ing. Okay. Number 5, we have verb plus someone plus preposition plus ing. The example is, the editor blamed him for not checking his facts. You can see here verb blame, in this case is in past. Someone here, someone is not specific, nor it is not specific. Could be him, in this case is were. The preposition here is for those examples. And the last verb is with ing, checking and forcing. Okay. They are the base patterns to use reporting verbs, but they are two other patterns. Okay. Number 6 is verb plus someone plus that. Yeah. In the example is, he warned us that the journey will be difficult. You can see, so simple. The verb warned, someone is us, and that. Okay. It is the last one. It is so similar that the last, but here is not someone in middle of the verb and that. Okay. You can see, we agreed that she was the best candidate. Okay. How I said before in the first part, there are 4 principal or main verbs to use like reporting verbs. Yes, but there are a lot of reporting verbs, and I made a list for you You can check and take notes about it, please. In the first pattern, we have agree, offer, promise, refuse, and threaten. In the second case, we have advise, ask, convince, encourage, invite, persuade, remind, tell, urge, and warn. In the third case, we have advise, admit, deny, mention, propose, recommend, and suggest. The number 4, we have the verb with the prepositions that they are in parentheses. And then you can say apologize for, complain about, insist on, and object to. In the case number 5, we have other verbs with prepositions. They are accuse of, blame for, compliment on, congratulate on, criticize for, forgive for, thank for, and warn about. The number 6, we just have 4. There are advise, persuade, tell, and warn. Number 7, we have admit, agree, explain, deny, known, realize, say, think, and warn. Well, that is the end of this part. Now we are going to see the passive reporting verbs. About the use. We use passive reporting structures to talk about events when the speaker is unknown or unimportant, or when someone wishes to remain anonymous. We can report ideas in present or in past. Okay. For to use passive reporting verbs, there are several structures too, but this is the main structure, okay? Then we have it plus be plus past participle of reporting verb plus that plus clause, okay? The forms are: if you want to report ideas in the present, you have to use be in simple present. For example, it is believed that, etc. For a present report of a present event, you have to use simple present in the that clause. For example, it is said that people are less happy nowadays. So, for a present report of a past event, you have to use simple past in the that clause. For example, it is believed that they lived unknown to the outside world for over 200 years. Now, for a present report of a future event, you have to use will plus base form in the that clause. For example, it is understood that reporters will leave them alone. If you want to report ideas in the past, you have to use be in simple past. For example, it was believed that, or it was reported that, etc., etc. So, if you want to report event at the same time in the past, you have to use simple past in the that clause. For example, it was claimed that the break-in happened that morning. Well, for report an event that happened before the report, you have to use past perfect in that clause. For example, it was believed that the break-in had happened earlier. Well, and finally, For a past report of a future event, you have to use would plus base form in the that clause. For example, it was understood that the saviors would go straight to the hospital when they return. Thank you for your attention. If you have questions, you can let me know. And I hope this video had been clear for you. Thank you.